upgraded, up-leveled. I bought a selfie, tripod stick, and then someone said to get a light ring. So I'm like, why not? So I've been at this with you guys for about 2 months, and I did the whole, I call it ghetto YouTube channel, hold the phone. I just made, I knew if I waited till I bought all the equipment that I would have never started my channel. So you guys will need to let me know if this is an improvement. Doing my first reading, I have a hard time integrating new things just because I live simple. Like, I even at one point in the woods just propped my camera up with a piece of wood. So this is my new upgrade, a little present to myself from last week's major week for me. I had a 2-year final exam over 2 years of Ayurvedic study, and a lot of other shit hit the fan. Wow, we got a popper, see? When you're not even thinking about it, the universe shows up just like that. So anyway, before we look at the card that just popped out, I wanted to share with you my new deck. I did one reading. It's the Herbal Astrology Guidebook, and it is a good adjunct to my course and a lot more fun to learn about herbs by doing a tarot, teaching you guys about different herbs and my experiences with it. But yeah, I'm super excited about learning this deck and sharing it with you. So as I was speaking and talking, a card popped out, and wow. The card that popped out was number 3. That's always been my number, and it looks like an angel. I'm looking at the card to let you guys see it, but the herb is rosemary. But you know who this card reminds me of that I've been very connected to? One of the first alchemists, her name was Mary of Jewess. And so let me see if this card has anything to do with her. But from first sight of this card, all I saw was an angel. Angel without the wings. She does have wings. A mystical angel, a wise angel. Not like the archangel. She's more of an earth angel is what I see. So I'll pop the card up so you guys can still see it. You guys got to bear with me because I'm learning. I'm learning as I go. I'm not a tech whiz, but let's see what rosemary and the number 3 has to tell us. And yeah, like learning about herbs and trying them and doing things that light up your heart like tarot does with me. Like that's how you learn, when your heart is ignited and engaged and you're doing something fun with your learning and wisdom. And I did a post about just like playing like a child, embrace everything with creativity and childlike exuberance, which has never been really difficult for me. Okay, so rosemary is known for ancient memory. So I would say like our ancestors, if I had to guess, like ancient memory that was passed down through many, many lifetimes through our soul. And I feel like this time, in this age, we're like waking up to that wisdom. So let me see if the book affirms what I'm feeling about rosemary. Okay, so when it appears upright, it's a remembrance of ancient memory, multi-dimensional. One of my astrologers said today we were going to have a multi-dimensional timeline shift. And what does that mean? Like literally means like we wake up this morning in one world and crap changes, and the next, by night or maybe 24 hours, we're like in a whole new reality or dimension. So when you're on a timeline, you're on one timeline, and then normally, like through the years, like when you're born, like your timeline would be like kindergarten and then junior high and then graduating from high school and then college and get married. But life is no longer linear. I'm sure you felt over the weekend like a lot of stuff shift. And so when you do a timeline shift, multidimensional, Like you literally, it's like a holy shift moment, or we could say holy shit, but I'll say holy shift. So that's kind of what the energy today is, like very faded, like very mysterious, like you're on a treasure hunt, but you don't even know what you're gonna find. Anyway, Gemini energy. I'm going off in tangents, so let's get back to Rosemary. Okay, so it's known for remembrance of ancient memory, multidimensional, so it's everywhere, universal, and recollection and loyalty to your vision or path. Remembering that wisdom, taking that wisdom and using it for a greater purpose, or your path, or in yoga we call it dharma, your life's work on this planet. So let me read about rosemary. Rosemary has been used medicinally dating back to the ancient Greeks and Roman in 500 BC. Dried sprigs of rosemary even showed up in Egyptian tombs as early as 3000 BC. The ancients were well acquainted with this hardy shrub, which has a reputation for strengthening the mind and memory. It became the symbol for fidelity for new lovers during wedding ceremonies and was used in religious rites and at funerals. During weddings, it was entwined in a wreath worn by the bride and dipped in a scented water to bless the union as a symbol of sacred moment and eternal loyalty. Even today, rosemary is used to improve memory. Legend has it that the Virgin Mary, that's where I was getting that Mary of Jewish and Mother Mary energy, as she fled from Egypt. Sheltered next to a rosemary bush, she threw her cape onto the bush and the white flowers turned blue. Since then, this precious herb has been called the Rose of Mary. Wow, I didn't even know that. See? I'll never forget rosemary. So it is Mother Mary. Okay, so the guidance of rosemary, oh wow, that makes sense. Rosemary is ruled by Mercury, my planet. My planet is Mercury. The ruler of all the gods. Yeah, Mercury is the closest to the sun. Mercury is Mercury. It is the wisdom and knowledge of, it comes in mercurial energy and it's closest to the sun, and it just gives out wisdom from the gods, from the other planets. Okay, ruled by both Mercury, the planet of the mind, and the sun. It's ruled by the sun too. The planet representative of our ego and superego. Rosemary embodies this holy connection, the mind of the ego to the superego, the higher mind. So yeah, exactly what's happening right now in our lives. Saturn in Pisces has that spiritual, ethereal, godlike energy. So we're using our wisdom that we've taken through our soul's journey, and we are connecting it to Earth. So bringing heaven onto Earth. That's what I feel. So holy connection, the mind. So it's the big I connecting with the small I, or us, or you. And the card signifies past feelings and emotions are resurfacing, which we're feeling from this Capricorn, or from this Pluto, planet of life, death, rebirth, transformation, moving back into Capricorn, which is that physical realm. It's where, it's where we are rooted, in the physical realm. As much as we want to be on another planet, me included, I'd like to go back to Sirius, we still have to take that soul's journey, soul's purpose, and root it in, I always call it the matrix or the 3D. We have to root our spiritual energy in this physical environment. We can't just escape. We chose this path. Okay. So this card signifies past feelings and emotions are resurfacing from deep within, the wisdom of your soul. You may find yourself remembering and accessing ancestral memory that resides within your DNA, which, with these extreme astrological and energy shifts, especially Pluto switching signs, moving into Aquarius, Saturn moving into Pisces, which is the spiritual energy, the spiritual realm, we are really feeling like we're getting downloads to wisdom that we never have had access to. Neptune has opened that door. Aquarius is known as the door. It opens to the different realms. and consciousness mixed with Neptune. Rosemary assists us in healing through the multidimensional sight, reminding us to use the power of vision, not just our vision in our eyes, but our third eye vision, our intuition, and to see beyond the constructs or the program of everyday life, where you were born, your belief systems. It's having us detached from the program that all of us have been attached to since we were born. It's shifting. Don't dissociate or get consumed by the veil that broadcasts an emotional imbalance. Call upon Rosemary as a guiding light to see beyond the veil of your confusion. We're all experiencing confusion, like, where's my life going? I mean, it's been crazy. And stay committed to the vision that moves you. So stay committed to the wisdom in your heart, from remembering the wisdom that you came from, whether that be your ancestors, your soul's path that you chose, that you signed up for from the divine before you came down here. So what a beautiful, beautiful card. And I've loved just exploring it with you. Like, let me know what you feel when you see this card, and if you've ever experienced rosemary. I don't cook with it a lot. I usually put rosemary in like soups, but it does have a really beautiful aura to it. Aroma. It's an aromatic. I can speak, but yeah. Trying to think, like I know I've seasoned with it. It's not an herb that I've done a lot with. I've been really focusing on the Indian Ayurvedic herbs, so it's really fun to learn about more of the Western herbs. So next time at your store, like, get some rosemary, put a little sprig on your tongue, see how you feel. But it's just interesting to learn the history of all these herbs and how beautiful the stories are. So that is my herbal astrology. Today we'll do, I forget what herb I picked the last time. I want to say it was ginkgo, maybe ginkgo. I'm not quite sure. So I will end this. This is a long reading on just rosemary, but at least we are learning about herbs, Western herbs. And here we have rosemary. So thank you, Rosemary. And give it a try. Let me know your experiences with rosemary. And until tomorrow, I love you. I love